What's been going on? Fill me in.
Oh God, right, okay. So I saw that property yesterday.
Hmm.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, there's a few people that got back to me, but because my car went in the garage, I couldn't
Yep.
get any viewings done. So the
Yep.
car's still in the garage,
Right.
so I can't do much. However, I bought a little car as a run around, and I went to see this property in Dudley yesterday.
Hmm.
Um, I saw that one, and it says that it was done up to HMO standard.
Yep.
Um, Obviously went in there yesterday. It was clean. It was all clean. I
Is that the
said,
one you sent me?
yeah, yeah, the one that I sent
Yeah.
you
Okay.
yesterday. And he's like, listen, I'm not gonna lie. He says, I just want all the Midlands ones off my hands, kind of thing. He
Right.
said, I'm looking for 3 years.
Okay.
So I said, okay. I'm not gonna lie, like the living room was really small. And
Yeah.
I thought, I don't know how often they would use a living room. I don't know.
It's not a deal breaker.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. And then the kitchen was all right. Toilet was clean. The bathroom was clean. There was another toilet. And I
Yeah.
thought, there's not a lot that I can find that I've got like en suites and that. And
Yeah.
I know whenever anybody's messaging me that that's what they want is an ensuite
They
kind of
love en
thing.
suites.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. Oh, I mean, I don't even use public toilets, so I know what it's like.
Yeah, high
So,
in demand for sure.
yes, but so anyway, I saw that one.
Hmm.
So I looked on booking.com. I sent you a couple of those screenshots over.
Yeah, I've had a look.
Um, they're a bit hit and miss, I thought.
The
The
first one looked
area
really
doesn't,
good. The first
yeah.
calendar, zero point 0.4 miles away, that looked really positive. Like,
Mm.
and then the second one, completely different.
And that's what I thought. So I thought, okay, so this morning I was up early, or was it last night? I can't remember now. But I put it up on booking.com.
Hmm.
I bought another listing, but it wouldn't allow me to boost the ad. But there's another
Right.
option or something where you can pay per click or something.
You
If you
mean
pay
spare
per
room?
click. Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, spare room, yeah.
Yeah.
And you pay by click or something like that, and then it brings it to the top of the list or something like that.
Oh yeah,
So I
yeah. Like
did that.
boost.
It's like a boost, but they're saying that you can't have a boost because you've used too many boosts or something along them lines. And I'm
Right,
like, okay,
whatever.
whatever. So anyway, so this is the next best thing. I've had two people message me already on there.
Yeah.
One wants an ensuite. I said it's not an ensuite. Second man's messaged me saying, is there a double room? I said it's a double room, and then didn't message me back. So I'm like,
Right.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but I was interested purely because he said he owned the one next door, and I says,
Hmm.
oh, so if I was to take on this one, and he says, well, yeah, I'd want the same person.
Yeah.
I said, okay. I said, well, who did you have in here beforehand? And he says it was like a care company. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay. So I don't know, to be honest. I feel like whereas before I was getting like loads and loads of viewings, like people were like on it. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
now it's like it's a bit dead, do you know what I mean?
It's
So it's
died
like I'm
down a bit.
trying, I'm rifling and
Yeah.
I can't find anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
think it's
mean,
a bit of a dead spot right now.
yeah, I mean that's fine. That's fine. It's part of the game. It's not always going to be like people throwing you deals all the time and like really open to it. I think how quickly you got off the ground and got started is
Mm.
respectable, to be honest. So like it doesn't
Mm.
always go like that for people, you know. Like you put
Mm.
a lot of effort, and I think you've got a lot of warm people that are open to it. So that's definitely helped with your self-belief, I imagine, for
Yeah.
sure. Um, I just think we're going to get to a stage where the perfect deal isn't going to like present itself. It's not always going to show itself as like the numbers are great and the property is perfect.
Mhm.
It might get to a point where it's like, okay, we're going to have to take a bit of a gamble on something, and make it as best as we can, and then
Mm.
just use it and maximize it and use it as like a case study to get more, show other landlords around that first one, and just put a lot of effort into it and make it make money. Like
Mhm.
it's not going to be a case of the perfect one just jumping out and showing itself. Like
Yeah.
you're going to have to maybe take a gamble soon.
And that's what I thought, which is why I thought, okay, right, forget it. Let's just get that ad up. Let's
Yeah,
see what we can do with it. And then
yeah.
let's see if it's because what I don't want it to be is like a dead weight. So I thought I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
just
you
want
don't want
something
that.
for the sake of it if
No.
it's just dead money. So I just thought, okay, let's see how we can. Yeah, I mean, that's why like I've stopped looking so much in Birmingham because they're a little bit like they want so much for their rent kind of thing,
Yeah,
and it's just they want so much for
demanding.
their rent. Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, can't be bothered with that. So at least I feel like I'm being a little bit more flexible in terms of the areas that I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the letters, as I say, that bloke that rang me, I just feel like I felt like he mugged me off in the end. I'm like, I feel like he's got the information out of me, wrote it all down, and then
Gonna go and do it
and
himself.
nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Although he
part of
did
the game.
say, yeah, yeah. I mean, and then that other landlord, he annoyed me. I mean, he was constantly ringing me, and then all of a sudden, when I asked for his certificates and things, he's like, nothing.
Yeah.
And
So
then
you got to kiss a few frogs. How many letters have you sent altogether, do you think?
for about 400, 500
Okay, that's pretty good.
about that. Because, oh, listen, honestly, this car's draining me. I can't even lie. So it's just like
Chitty
the
chitty bang
car's
bang.
full. Now, honestly, the cars in the I've just been arguing with the dealership. Honestly, I can't even speak. But like, I thought I've got to do something because I thought I couldn't get out. So I thought, let me send the letters. Let me do what I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do from home.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
did that, and then yeah, I would have sent more. But as I said, this I'm like hemorrhaging money right now with the
Yeah,
car and
yeah.
stuff.
No, I
Because
hear you. I hear you. You can only do what you can do, like
yeah,
you've done really well. You've got off to a great start. I'm just looking at this house now from Hussein, this four bed.
yeah.
You said it's not en suites. Are there any en suites in there or it's
No, none. It's a shared bathroom and a shared like like what do they call it? Like a water cabinet or something like that, like a little toilet.
oh yeah, okay, basically like a WC.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So there's just one main bathroom and then a
yeah,
separate WC room.
yeah,
But kind
yeah.
of two toilets,
Two toilets, yeah.
but only one shower sort of facility.
Yeah. Yeah,
No
yeah.
bath.
No, there's a bath,
Is it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, shared one, yeah. In the
Not
shared
the,
bathroom, the master bathroom, then let's
yeah,
say.
yeah. It's not the worst. I mean, like it is a bit small in there, but it could be open to negotiation, Like how much realistically, if we rented the rooms out, some of them look like single rooms as well.
I think one could be like a single, but like I base it off like the houses that I've ever bought,
Yeah.
and like their single room is bigger than even like my single in my house right now.
Okay. So
So it is like a box room, but it's bigger than a lot of box rooms that
it
I've
could be
seen
like a
sometimes.
small double. Could you fit in there? Maybe
Yeah, I'd say so.
you'd have to
I
charge
think
less
so.
for it though. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know that, and I just didn't know how much less because I
Four
put what
fifty.
450. Okay, yeah, okay,
I don't know. I'm throwing
yeah.
numbers at you. I don't know. I feel like between 500 is 450 and 500 probably be for a smaller room. Maybe en suites closer to 600. Is that right in that area?
Yeah, honestly, I can't find much in that area at all. I mean, there
Yeah.
are a lot
No
of like
comparisons.
yeah, it's like when I look at booking.com, there's like a fair few new ones on there. The
Mm,
one that I was looking at had like 27 reviews. There wasn't a lot to go on.
yeah.
From what I remember of the area, it's just like it's quite hilly. There's not a lot to do around there and kind of
Yeah.
thing. So it's like people rely heavily on like public transport and things like that. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so I
Any
just thought,
hospitals
let's see how
nearby?
it goes. There is one, but I think it's not that close, which is why
Mm,
I thought it's not going to work for even for like nurses and that. So
yeah.
I thought, let's see
Yeah.
who we get from there.
Yeah. So did you put the rooms up for around 500 roughly?
I put it for 550, but I thought I got two in, so I thought I don't know, should I drop the price then or
No,
what?
no, 550's kind. People are
Yeah,
messaging the price and you put no deposit.
yeah, 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 exactly. So
Yeah.
I thought if I get no messages, then I'll drop the price. But I thought, let's see.
Yeah, no, people are going to message that people need rooms. So if you had three rooms at 550, 1650, and then if you had one more room at say 450 or 475 or something,
Mm.
2200 and 2125, and he wants, what does he want? 1200 for it?
1250 once.
Yeah, so that's too much. Uh,
Mm.
but if he'd be open to maybe taking like a grand, maybe even 950 for both, potentially, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing, you see, because I just feel like they want what they want, especially when they're it's just like I feel like the men are easy to twist around your finger, and that's what I found. Like a lot of them are just like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
so easy. But then a lot of them, I mean, there's one who rang me, oh, the price is the price. I'm like, okay, your price is your price, mine is mine then.
yeah,
And then I'm
yeah.
like, and then he's ringing me, he's like, oh, oh, you don't sound that old. Oh, I thought you was
Mm.
my age and that. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And he's like, what can you do? And I'm like, I said, honestly, I don't think it's gonna work for me. It was
Yeah,
like all black inside, and I thought, I can't, the walls and that are black
yeah,
and
yeah,
that,
yeah,
like
yeah. No,
black
no,
paint, and I'm just
that's too
thinking,
much work.
nah, it's too much, yeah, too much headache to me. I'm like, nah,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
bothered.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised, man, if it's sitting on the market and no one's rented it. I know you say what they want is what they want, but I mean, an offer's an offer end of the day. And if you're sitting there with a property and if the mortgage is, I don't know, 500, 400 quid interest only,
Yeah.
and someone's offering you a grand, you're still going to make money, like you're still going to make 500
Yeah.
a month from it,
Hmm.
600 a month, depending on what the mortgage is, and no hassle, no maintenance. It's still an offer.
Exactly.
It's still an appealing offer. And if you could get 2,125, and let's say, all right, worst case, you had to spend 1,000 on the rent, that still leaves you 1,125. And if you could get the bills under control, and
Hmm.
say they were costing you, it's like quite a small property, so maybe it could be quite economic and it could be quite well insulated. So if we knocked off, I don't know, 375 for the bills and optimistic, it's still 750 profit.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be bad for a first deal, like 750.
Yeah, because I thought, because it's a terrace house as well, and they're like quite warm, aren't they? Because they're all just like
Yeah, yeah, next door
together.
to each other together. Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's nicking everyone's energy, basically.
yeah, yeah. So then I thought, like, that's a benefit there, but like literally everything's brand new in there, brand new.
Yeah. So it's going to cost you 1 month rent. Maybe you could flutter the eyelashes and get like a couple weeks deposit.
Yeah, this one wasn't having it. This one wasn't.
He
He
wants a
just
deposit, does
wasn't.
he?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't even go there really. But I
Okay.
think he was just very like he
What
was
it is
not
what it
open to
is.
negotiate. Yeah, kind of thing. But I
Yeah.
thought realistically, it's been up on Gumtree for 8 weeks. I did a quick Google and it's been on. It's been up everywhere else. I mean, like Rightmove and all
Yeah.
these other places been up and stuff like that. So I thought he's had it for a while, and he
Hmm.
he was quite open and says, I've come down a fair few times and showed it for a few people,
Yeah.
to a few people. They've
Yeah.
even left a deposit, but they're saying it's not working for them. So
It's not working for, are they companies like you or are they?
I think he wouldn't elaborate. So I was like,
Hmm.
okay, and that's why I thought. God, right, okay. That's why I said to him, I said, listen, you're gonna have to give me a few days. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, yeah,
I said,
yeah.
I
We're
need
not
to
gonna
see what's
rush.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to jump and make the wrong decision, but at the same time, if it's not
It's
working
because
for
he
someone
said
else,
that.
yeah,
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 that's
put you
it's
off.
because he said that, then and I thought, okay, because he's being quite open with it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I wonder what's going on.
And maybe another company's done the same thing, maybe put an
Mm,
ad up, not got loads of traffic and thought, I can't
yeah.
pay that price. Let me move on.
Mm,
But
mm-hmm.
everything does rent for the right price, like if you didn't
Exactly.
set
Yeah.
it up, if you were to pay 1,000, you could really rent those rooms out for 550, and the smaller one for 475 with no deposit. I think that's definitely achievable.
Mm-hmm.
Even to make 700 would be good, but 750 would be great. So even if the bills cost you a bit more than you expected, and say they cost you
Yeah.
425, you'd still make £700. And that's just if you rent it by the room. If you were to try and do it as an SA, looking at that feedback that we've had and the due diligence that you've done, it's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? Like you've got sort of some that look really good, well, one that looks really good and one that's completely not good. But then you never know if that person's not very good at their marketing or like what the photos are like. Are they responsive with the messages before people book on Booking.com?
Yeah.
You just don't know how they run it.
I just don't see what's up there, to be honest. Like, from where I was living there, obviously I've grown up around there. I'm just
Yeah,
thinking that's somewhere we wouldn't even venture. Like, it's dead up there.
yeah.
Like, who goes up
Elephant
there? And
graveyard.
that's, yeah, yeah. And I'm just thinking, who goes up there? And that's exactly what I'm thinking. And they did build a new hospital, which is what I
Mm,
thought. Maybe
mm.
it's like for like doctors and nurses and that. But like, the woman who messaged me is a mental health worker, she said.
Yeah,
So I don't know. So I said, it is early days. I did put it up a few hours ago, so I thought, let's just
yeah.
see.
And
I've
let the
had two.
algorithm, yeah, let the algorithm pick up a bit. Like from the last one you put up, it takes a couple days, doesn't it, to like
Yeah.
get
Hmm.
seen by everyone. So let's see what happens over the next day or so. But I think, we'll see what happens. But £1,000 is I think a fair offer. I wouldn't
Yeah.
go any more than that because
Hmm.
we can't risk. Um,
Yeah.
we don't know how it would go. So I think £1,000 is, yeah, all right. It's £200 less than what he wants, but an offer's better than no offer, right? Like no
Yeah,
one else is
exactly.
no
Yeah.
one else is agreeing to it. So And maybe if you could get both of them, you might be able to even get them for a little bit less. Um,
Mm,
750. If you was making 700 on both of them, that's 1400 profit, and
yeah.
you're only having to put in what first month's rent. It's already done, pretty much furnished. You said most of the things are in there.
Oh no, 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 it's
No,
unfurnished. Those were the
something.
pictures that, yeah, that they had
Okay.
beforehand.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
gonna have to spend a couple more grand on furniture,
Mm.
but again, you could get charity shop furniture if you wanted to. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. I mean, I can do that pretty
it's gonna
cheaply.
cost
I'm
you
not,
around
yeah,
3 grand. It's gonna cost you around
yeah,
3 grand. And to spend 3 grand and make back 750, it's only gonna take you a few months to get your money back, which is good because
okay,
we sort of say 6 months is the limit.
okay.
So I don't know. It's not a no. It's a maybe.
Hmm.
Let's see what happens with the messages. Um, I guess it's hard to do any more due diligence on Booking.com and Airbnb. Like if those are the two that you found within sort of a mile radius, and
Exactly.
they're a bit indifferent, I guess we just got to keep looking. You know,
Yeah.
keep
It's
looking.
not.
Maybe Coventry might be a better
Ah,
location for you.
he took my number and he didn't even ring. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, what do you want me?
It's what
Seriously
happens. It's what
speaking.
happens. This happens to me all the time as well. It's part of the game. Do you know what I mean? That they shop around for the best offer, don't they? They're landlords. They
Mm,
think, we're in the position of power. Like, we're gonna shop around and flirt with as many people as we want, and then choose
mm,
whoever we think is going to do the best job or pay us the most money, with the least hassle, basically.
yeah.
So I think we
Okay.
still need to find that right fit of person. I think we're still waiting to find a landlord who's got like 4 or 5 houses rather than just the one or two.
Yeah, no, this one was saying he's got a fair few, to be honest. They've
Okay.
got 30 all over the country, not
Okay.
strictly just here, because obviously he came from London.
What about going in and having a chat with some of the estate agents?
Oh, I've got a fair few actually that I've
Yeah.
just like, I gave it the blag, to be honest. Like oh, blah, 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 and I've got on the
Yeah.
phone to them, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, right, okay, that's a bit expensive for me. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
However, if you know any landlords, and like I say, there have been a few that have got back to me kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. That's
I'm
good.
off anyway, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so I could possibly go into the estate agents. I just feel
Yeah.
like when I get in front of someone, my words get muddled, and someone can't, and then I
Yeah.
can't take myself seriously.
Yeah.
So it's just like, as much as I can do over the phone or whatever, it seems to
Yeah.
work so far. But like I did ring a few estate agents local, and they just weren't having it. I felt like they just took my name down as if to
Yeah.
say, right, okay, we know when she rings that
Don't
actually
answer.
don't answer.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had the same thing happen to me. I think when
Mm,
you go in and actually speak, I know sometimes you can get your words muddled up, but don't worry about that. That's part of the practice. Like the more you
yeah,
keep doing something, the better you're going to get at it. And if you go and do it 5 more times and have a chat with agents, you're not going to get your words muddled up. It's going to be
yeah.
very much so scripted almost, and it's going to be like second nature for you.
Hmm.
So just see them as practice and just go and use them to offer your services and just practice. And what's the worst that can happen? Like you say, they either take your number down and don't call you back, or some of them,
Hmm.
like they have been warm to what you're doing and have been trying to do some sort of business with you. So
Yeah.
just keep touching base with people. I don't want to make you keep spending money, but I mean, 400 letters is still, it's good, but we could do more. There's still a lot.
No, I
There's
know. Yeah.
37,000 on that Birmingham register or whatever. There's however
Hmm.
many more on the Coventry register. Um,
I hadn't thought about Coventry actually. That's what I mean. I see it as so far away, but I know that it's not that far away from me, really. But
it's
I
just
just
because the
thought, let me
car's not
just.
working at the minute. It's like, that's why
Honestly, I'm
you're
so
thinking.
sad. I bought a 20-year-old car. It squeaks when I drive, and it's just like, oh my God. But
It's
honestly,
all going to add to your story though, man. Don't worry, man.
oh
It's all
yeah.
part of the
So,
journey. In a couple months, we're going to be looking back laughing at this saying, do you remember when the car weren't working and no one was taking me serious? And
and that's what I thought. I thought no one's gonna take me seriously. They're gonna think, actually, how can she pay us rent for the house when she's driving that car? That makes sense.
only
And it's sad to
small-minded
say.
people think like that.
Exactly. And that's what I thought. And I thought some people are just so materialistic that they might
Yeah,
think that way. Do you know what I mean? So I
yeah,
just thought,
but don't worry about those people. Any landlord with like the guy with 20, 30 properties, he's gonna
I
know.
know.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what car you drive. That doesn't
Yeah.
equate to how rich or wealthy you are or how good a job you could do, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
So where do we move? Where do we go now then? So what do I
more,
do now?
more and better is where you're at right now. So
Okay.
sharpening the knife, going and doing all the things that you have been doing and just doing more of it. This is the point where it can feel quite tedious and it can feel a bit like deflated. Maybe watch some of the entrepreneur videos, the typical journey like that you're going to go through just to help with your
Yeah.
mindset and that. But it's quite normal to feel a little bit deflated at this point where you've had such a great start and then like now it's becoming a little bit more quiet and you're not getting as much good feedback and as many good landlords messaging you. So it's quite easy to feel at this point like, oh, bit discouraged. Maybe I should, maybe it isn't working, but it is working.
No.
Can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No, I
you've
don't
done
feel like
so
that.
well. You've done so well. Like out of
Yeah.
everyone, you're definitely flying. Like you're
Yeah, but do you say that to everybody though? Or
no,
you
no,
say
no, no. I don't say it to everyone. I don't say it to everyone. I genuinely mean it. Like you're the one doing the most action.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people who do like a lot of the theory. Like there's different people on the program who are like
Yeah.
good at their website and good at this and good at that, but there's not many people who are actually going and doing what you're doing, which is going and speaking with people, going on viewings. That's the
Mm.
part that a lot of people struggle with because maybe they lack self-belief or they're not as
Yeah.
motivated as you are to get out of their job. Some of them are a bit comfortable with what they're doing, or they can't find the time to go and do the viewings. You're actually finding the time to do the stuff that actually moves the needle.
Yeah.
So that's what you need to be doing. That's how I got off the ground. That's how I got my business going was by going and speaking with agents, speaking with landlords, going on viewings, getting told no loads, getting mugged off loads, and then meeting that one or two landlords who just really get what I'm doing and we click, and then you're off the ground and you're flying. So
Hmm.
you're doing the right stuff. You just need to keep doing more of it, and just hang in there. I haven't got any like special advice for you other than keep doing what you're doing, like, and it's gonna come. You're still very early in the journey, very,
Yeah.
very
No.
early. But just hang in there. Like you got a couple days off. You're saying so. Just go at it. Keep up the same tempo, and
Mm.
it's inevitable. You're gonna get there sooner or later.
Yeah.
And let me know what happens with those messages, and hopefully we get a few more messages that come in. And we could potentially offer on that place. Like I do think even though there's not loads there, and you can't see the opportunity necessarily in how anyone else would want to rent. I've got places in valley towns in Wales where there's nurses and carers and people like the person that's messaged
Yeah.
you who just need a room. They haven't got the money to go and pay like a one bedroom flat and pay the bills on top because it's going to
Hmm.
cost them the best part of £1,000 a month, and they want to
Yeah.
save their wage. So
Mhm.
500 a month, 550 is just a needs must scenario for them. That's what they can afford and it's what works out for them. It manages for them to save three-quarters of their salary, and still have a
Mhm.
roof over their head. So don't think about it necessarily for you in terms of what's around there. Just think, okay, everyone needs accommodation and 550 with all the bills included is a bargain end of the day to have a bed and a roof over your head.
Mm.
So you don't know. See what messages come through.
Yeah.
Try and find some more comparables if you can, though. Maybe go on Airbnb and have a little look as well. Don't know if you've been on there.
Okay. I have.
Um,
I can't use it though.
Yeah, booking.com's a lot easier, isn't it? Airbnb
Yeah.
just seems a
Yeah.
bit strange to use. Um, and just keep your eye out because there's new adverts and listings going on booking.com every day. So just keep checking there at least once a day. And just try and find maybe a mile away any other comparables and look at their calendar. Because that first one you showed me, that calendar was brilliant. So what are they doing? If we could go like hyper focused on their advert and their listing and see
Yeah.
exactly what they're doing, how they're
Hmm.
listing it, they're obviously doing well and it's in the same area. So people are booking for that sort of 127 price or something like that. I think it was
I can't remember now.
120. 120 for a house with all the bills included per night that can sleep four, potentially maybe five, maybe even more if you had two people sharing, if there's double beds in there as well.
Yeah.
It's still a very good product to bring to the market. So just
Oh,
keep,
look, there's another message that's just come through.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'll
Hang
see
in there,
what.
champ. Hang in there.
Okay.
It's early days and I'm very happy with your progress. So just take a deep breath. Everything will be fine. Keep
Yeah.
doing what you're doing and you'll get there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'll speak to you soon, inevitably.
Yes, I'm sure I'll speak to you on WhatsApp in about 10 minutes.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right, no worries. Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
bye.